Today on Drawbli, I am drawing...
Reddit gets drawn.
Click that subscribe button if you are new around here.
And comment below with other suggestions of what we can draw to improve ourselves as artists.
So, you know the Reddit.com, right?
I know of the Reddit.com.
You've heard of it?
I've heard of it.
So, there are these things called subreddits.
Oh, do explain more.
They're subsections of the website Reddit.com, the app.
Oh, what?
Anyway, there is a subreddit called Reddit Gets Drawn, and people can post pictures of themselves, their family, friends, cats, dogs, pets, whatever.
Cats.
Cats.
I want a cat.
A cat in this case. And people will draw them or, you do little sketches or whatever. So I recently discovered this subreddit, this website, and I decided to get in there and try to draw a couple people's pets and one or two people.
Did you post your finished works to the subreddit?
I did, yeah.
Aw.
So I posted this little cat drawing that I'm doing here, this first one, and there's a few different ones that I have in here. And the person replied, and they loved it. They were very kind.
Look at you, a commissioned artist.
Well, there are rules to the website. You are very specifically not allowed to ask for money.
It's a commission of emotional gratification.
Oh, I've done it. I've acquired my gratification.
Well, worth it. Oh, you flipped your canvas too. You're such a good artist.
I flipped my canvas.
Yeah.
I am such a good artist. Oh my gosh, always flipping my canvas.
I love your practice of like going in hard with a color and then fading it out. Going in hard with a color and fading it out. I think that's such a good strategy.
Yeah, I think actually, speaking on that, it has some ups and downs because it can work really well, but it can also make things really muddy, which is something that I think a lot of beginners struggle with in digital art, making things muddy. It's definitely something that we struggle with, or definitely
big
something
time.
I struggle with.
Oh, me too, for sure.
But yeah, these were all relatively pretty quick and simple, I didn't spend a ton of time on these. I think for, I do a cat and then I do a dog. I think each one was under an hour. The cat I actually painted outside, and because of that, it was like a bright sunny day, so I wanted to get outside because I, sit in the office way too much. And it was actually very hard to see my screen. I don't know if there's like a good solution other than sitting in the shade that people have for that, but with all that reflective sun
You
on
probably
the
have to have the brightness all the way up to have a hope.
It is cranked, and even with that, it was pretty hard to see.
Yeah, well, you still did a good job for being totally blind.
Yeah, why thank you. So the cat fur, we've done fur a few times. There's stuff similar, but it's, there's the finished cat. It's very difficult for me to do fur. I'm still trying to work out an actual
hard,
process for it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But yeah, there's my finished cat, and we're moving right on to this cute little pupper here.
Look at the puppy. I want a dog too. I want a cat and a dog.
You just want everything. You want
want
chickens.
animals.
You want.
My sister has a calf right now at her house.
Ooh, we gotta
and
go visit.
She's so cute. Yes, we do.
We gotta go visit. See a baby cow.
Yeah. And the baby pigs. She's got a little farm.
I would be a little too sad to see the pigs because of reasons. Things that I know are going to happen to those pigs. We've talked about the
Knowing
pigs
my
on
sister,
Drawbli.
they could totally end up as pets.
I'm very doubtful of that. But I actually really liked my initial sketch with the dog.
Is good.
Because
your forms are great.
Thank you. Yeah, I actually thought so too.
Your perspective, your proportions, really good.
Really good.
Really
Thank
good
you.
stuff.
Yeah, I actually really like that as well. One thing I want to try doing instead of what I'm doing is separating things into these smattering of colored segments, like the folds of the neck. I'm I'll try to get some of those, or this section of the face. What I want to try to do more of is, and like I said, fur is hard because it has such a varying degree of ways it can catch light and different degrees of color and value. It's just it is very complicated. It's very hard, but I would like to in the future try to refine my process a little more so that I can get my flat colors a little more down before I start getting into shading quite as much, because I feel right now I'm adding color, but I'm also adding lighting at the same exact time. And I feel like I need to distinguish those. I need to separate those a little more. Because, like, look, you can clearly see the top plane and the side plane of the dog's head, and one, like, the side is darker than the top. So I'm like, I'm doing a lot at once, and because of that, I think I could benefit a lot from trying to split those parts of the process up. At least I've seen a lot of people, a lot of artists that are much better than myself do that in the past.
You could be right. I wouldn't be able to tell you though. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of how I would go about it. And
how do you go about this doggy?
I don't know. I think the way you've gone about it is great though.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really like this one. This is probably my favorite out of the three. I do a guy in the next one.
Now, did you put this one up on Reddit too?
Yeah, I put all of them up. The person never got back to me on this one, so who knows? They might have hated it.
I might have just hated it, been like, that's not what my precious Penelope looks like.
I'm guessing that they don't check Reddit very often, because from what I've seen, everybody that, does comment an image, everybody's like very grateful, very excited.
Oh, yeah.
It could be the worst thing in the world, and people still say thank you.
Oh, yeah, because somebody took the time to look at your image that you posted. Yeah, that's so sweet and special.
I will say that the guy who I painted in the last one had a very interesting response to
oh no, really?
Yeah. And then I checked out the guy's Reddit a little more, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't have drawn.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Well, I won't go into
blast him.
No, absolutely not.
Do it.
No,
I'm here for the drama.
But yeah, just going in, cleaning up my little dirty lines all over the place.
Okay, don't leave us hanging. What did this guy say?
And then we're on to our fisherman.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what he said, but my painting is not amazing by any means, because we are not really great 2D
but
artists,
what was he
especially
expecting?
when it comes to people.
He posted it on a free site for free art of himself. He didn't pay you.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, either way, I don't care. It was something along the lines of, wow, that's a very interesting take on it, or something like that. And it's just a funny response. Like, he clearly was expecting something better. But unfortunately, that's what I got. That's all the better I can do.
Go pay an artist. Haha.
No, I don't care. But this was a really great practice for me, actually, because there's some really strong perspective. It's a really unique angle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of accessories going on with this piece. There was a lot for me to play around with.
And like we know from the movie thumbnail piece, he's got a bright background with a little bit of interest in it, and that's good.
That is one type of composition.
Nope, that's the only type. I learned
from the thumbnail exercise. That is what makes art good.
Yeah.
Face, big, dark, light background.
Yeah.
Blurred background.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, this is the ultimate strategy. Yeah, so with this one, I kind of spent a little longer. I think I spent like 2 hours on this one, but it still didn't end up as anything magnificent. The face in particular with this, with the lighting here and with the different textures on this guy's face, it made it really hard for me because, as you can see, what I started with was by picking the colors myself, like getting some light blues in there, some pinks, very unique lighting there, trying to make some strong lights. And then I start sampling some of the colors in the face, and even with doing that, it's still really hard to get the colors in the face accurate. There's just a lot of what would you call it, like dappled or splotchiness. I can't remember the exact term to describe. Dappled? Is that the skin term? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But either way, it was very difficult for me. But I, made the eyes a little more reflective.
What we all want to know is, what else did this guy say in his comment history? Because you said you looked that up, and I gotta know.
I don't remember exactly.
You are not giving the people what we want. Tell us.
It was enough to where I was like, maybe I shouldn't have.
Maybe he's a little characteristically ungrateful for the nice free work people are doing for him.
Oh no, not at all. No, he was, he definitely said thank you. Like, it was just
it's
a
my
funny
job as
comment.
your significant other to go to bat for you when you will not go to bat. So I am going to bat.
I honestly wasn't even going to post any of these that I was doing, but I was like, oh sure, like it'd be interesting to see what people say, and we can talk about it on Drawbli. And you know, for some of them,
and I just fixate on what did this guy say to you.
well, specifically for the cat and dog, nobody else. I tried to find ones that nobody else had drawn. So like nobody else had done the cat and dog, so. I wanted to make sure that they got their drawings done, but I think one other person did like a marker sketch of this guy, but before nobody else had drawn him, so I wanted to do this one.
Yeah, cool. I like he did post a good picture. I gotta say that.
Yeah, it's a really fun reference.
It is a really cool
from.
picture.
I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about the pipe while I was like halfway through this
painting.
No. There are so many like big things that you can just completely miss and forget about when you are working on something.
I just experienced that in a piece of work I did a little bit after
really?
this. Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it in a future Drawbli episode. I think my next one actually.
Oh, well, I'm excited to see what that is. But yeah, it is funny how many times I've had this happen where I'm working on something for a really long time, and then I come back to it, I'm just like, wait, what the heck? Why? How did I forget the pipe? Like, how did I not put that in there?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I gotta go back in and put this in. I've done that while sculpting like countless times.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, oh, they're holding an umbrella. Like, what? Not quite like that, but sometimes to that extent, yes.
I love what you've done, though. I like your concept of this. I like how stark the colors are and your firmness of your lines, the hardness of your lines.
I'm bad with the soft lines, that's why.
Well, that's a good problem to have with digital art, I think.
I don't know.
I feel like most people might feel this way.
Most people?
It's much more common to have trouble having too soft of a line all the time.
So the problem, oh yeah, I would totally agree with that. That is definitely a problem of digital. Things get muddy really quick. So I'm actually like blending on the face right now.
Yeah, but not overdoing it at all.
Get away from that. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of fishing myself. I don't know if you have ever gone fishing. I haven't gone fishing in like probably 20 years. Would not recommend. Very boring. What are your thoughts on fishing?
I liked to get together with my friends and tie fishing line to sticks and find a little hook and dig up your worms and go fishing for like little 6-inch minnows.
Wow. That is actually very impressive.
It was really fun. It felt more like living off the land because you didn't have any of that fancy gear. But that fancy gear is also really cool. Like,
I did not know that you were a woman of the land.
I am a woman of the land. Haven't you guessed by now? The trees, the mushrooms, all of it.
It does make a little more sense. You're right.
Yes.
But hey, there is my finished fisherman. Hopefully you like him a little. You know, maybe you might say thank you. I don't know.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. The guy was very gracious. But yeah, Reddit Gets Drawn would highly recommend checking out. If you guys have never heard of it before, it's a lot of fun. If you're looking for some practice and find some unusual references, maybe something you could check out in the future, Abby. But with that, click that subscribe button if you guys are new around here.
And comment below with other ideas of what we can draw in the future.
And this is the part where we say
goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
So saying that I'm of trees and mushrooms, I just realized makes it sound like I'm into things like marijuana and mushrooms, which incidentally I am not.
All the time, yeah.
No, but I genuinely...
You're a total addict.
Not my lifestyle, but I just realized it sounded that way.
No one's going to buy this end part where you just tried to like get off the hook. Yeah, we all know. We all know, Abby. We all know.
No, I'm not. I would be totally upfront if I was, but I am not.